Hello and welcome. My screen name is Covert Muffin, and this is going to be the next exciting installment of the Ori and the Blind Forest DE Randomizer tournament. Of course, tonight I would not be able to cast this alone, so joining me is none other than my doubles teammate, ELO Jiminy. ELO, how are you doing, man?
I am doing fantastically. These guys are probably already sick of my voice because I just did the last one, but you are going to hear more of this.
Yes. Okay, so today we have Raziel versus Randomson. How are you feeling about this matchup, ELO?
I'm pretty excited about this match. Raziel is one of the best of the randomizer runners. He runs it relentlessly ever since it came out, so he's super duper experienced in this. And he also has like quick times in the categories that he runs in the speedruns, so his movement is pretty good compared to pretty much everyone.
Yeah, it's pretty intense too. Just like looking at the all skills leaderboard, Raziel has a 31:42, less than 2 minutes behind the world record, which is just an absolutely insanely fast time. And so sort of a common thing we as casters have talked about is that having a huge knowledge base of the randomizer gives you a huge advantage for making those quick, complex routing decisions. And Raziel definitely has that, but he's also a very talented and skilled speedrunner as well. So it's going to be really exciting watching him work through. But also, MrRandomson is quite the terrifying opponent as well. Seated 13th in the free-for-all itself, he has a pretty decent PB on the leaderboard as well. He's actually at a 35:22, which is a very, very good time. So he's definitely not afraid to bust out those really intense tricks that we might have to see the runners do in order to progress with the logic.
Yeah, it's going to be a very, very interesting and hopefully a very close match. And also, MrRandomson does have the advantage, as his name actually has random in it.
Yeah, exactly. Looking at the rest of this bracket, we see that me and ELO have already faced off. I randomly came out as the victor there, so I will represent us for Team Forlorn in the singles bracket. And then we still have yet to see Shed versus Brynhold to decide who makes it to the quarterfinals. And then up above, the winner of Raziel versus Randomson will have to face off against the winner of Oshi versus Rory Rai. Lots of really exciting matches to come up, so definitely stay updated with the calendar, and there's going to be lots of runs that will happen in the next couple of days. But yeah, tonight, Raziel versus Randomson. What type of seed are you looking forward to, ELO, or hoping that our runners get?
Well, I would like not to have Dash early. Not late, but not just because, you know, the race that we don't mention anymore, and the Keystone that is not named a certain name. But yeah, I enjoy seeing the early game, just like the kind of basic movement, see how each of them can compare to that, and then slowly getting better and better skills.
Yeah, we kind of got like stuck on an early climb seed in our seed, and that was like pretty tough to start with. That being said, it looks like our runners have jumped in. They're going to be approaching their first pickup. And if you have not seen one of these matches before, this is known as a randomizer. Basically, Sigmason, early energy cell, developed a mod for the Ori DE game, and usually every single pickup, unique static pickup throughout the game, has a set thing. This energy cell would always be an energy cell in the normal playthrough. However, in the randomizer, it takes all of these unique pickups, all of the unique events such as clean water and winds restored, as well as every single skill from each tree. Oh my god.
Damn,
oh my goodness. And it randomly distributes it throughout the entire map. So there we saw, instead of an EXP pickup, our runners found Dash. Having Dash right before Sign is absolutely insane. This is going to be unbelievable. These types of seeds usually get the lowest times in the randomizer, so hopefully we see both of our runners be able to perform.
MrRandomson was losing his mind over that Dash pickup. We saw him waving his mouth absolutely everywhere. But with this Dash pickup very early, I am expecting a super good time from Raziel. This is the type of seed that Raziel will... Oh my god, we got Glide as well! This is going to be a lightning fast seed, is my prediction.
Glide is one... Oh my god, Glide wins restored! Oh my goodness. Okay, so our runners, what they're going to want to do is head back immediately. Yep, we see Randomson going, doing the save. Same thing with Raz. Oh, it takes the 2 damage from the sword, but it's going to float up. And they're going to get wall jump, so they're going into BRB. Oh,
this
man.
Is insane.
Also, another thing. Elo, do you want to explain sort of late in the run why Winds Restored and Glide is such a powerful combination?
Certainly, right. There is the left side of the game. The left side of the game is the most challenging to do, and because it's a randomizer, you are not guaranteed to get the skills that you would normally need to progress through the left side. So having Wind Restored and Glide gives you the ability to easily get through Sorrow, which can take a lifetime for some people if you don't have the correct abilities.
Oh my goodness. It's very interesting, actually. Usually when we see speedrunners get to this point, they use something known as a save anywhere, which allows them to spend a skill point right after this cutscene starts, and they're able to skip through it. But none of our runners have leveled up, and they cannot spend any sort of ability points to be able to skip that cutscene. Oh man, so they actually ended up having to watch it. That also removes the slowdown zone there as well, so they're just going to be able to dash through instead of having to do dash glide to get over that.
Yeah, this is very good, and because they picked up the wall jump seed, there's an XP that they have just went past above their head. It makes it very easy to get. If you only have climb or anything, it can be very tricky getting that seed. You have to go the very slow way or just take a gamble. And it doesn't pay off. You've wasted about trying to get that thing.
Yeah, exactly. So, one of the that's actually a really good point, Yellow. Oh my God, they found Stomp! What the heck? My goodness!
This means that all they have to find now is Bash. If they find Bash, they can finish this seed without checking anything else.
There's a concept in the randomizer known as Go Mode. And what Go Mode means is that you have every single skill that you need and every single key in order to be able to access those locked off areas, which are, of course, Water Vein and Sunstone. Our runners pretty much have every single skill they need, bar maybe 1 and maybe 2. This is so intense. We're going to see a really fast seed as long as they're able to track down that last skill.
Yeah, I could not think of a better setup. You couldn't hand pick these and get much of a better start to the seed.
Yeah, this is absolutely insane. That being said, how we like to speedrun a randomizer is something known as all skill trees. The most popular category in Ori and the Blind Forest DE is something known as all skills, where you go around and collect every single skill. However, in the randomizer, you're not guaranteed to pick up every single skill. So, Raziel fell! No! Oh, Raziel! Oh my goodness.
Slightly ahead at that point, so it didn't cost him a bunch of time, but now MrRandomson has taken a minor lead.
Yeah, absolutely. And especially in a fast seed like this, Raz's mechanics are absolutely going to be able to bring him back and possibly save some time. But if this is Randomson's chance, this is exactly what he needs to take an early lead and extend that as much as he can over Raz before Raz's scary mechanics and frightening good knowledge of the logic and routing comes through. Oh my goodness.
No one really has a better knowledge than Raziel at this thing. People that are pretty similar to him, but he just seems to understand the logic so well, and with the abilities that he's gotten already, it's just going to be sit back and watch everything unfold kind of seed.
Yeah, exactly. Like if Raz got the logic for his Secret Santa partner, he would get the logic the perfect gift. Like that's how well he knows the logic. Pretty scary.
And, oh my God!
Oh my God! What is this seed?
Double jump is not a necessary ability, but it is one of the most luxurious abilities that you can have. And finding that on top of all of the things that they already have is insane.
Oh my God. Double jump being one of the most versatile skills in the entire game. It complements so many things. It complements double jump, it complements bash, it complements stomp. They can now stomp cancel after unlocking charge dash in order to be able to move very, very quickly over a large gap with conserving energy efficiently. But here we go. We see Randomson going through the Raziel No area.
This is very interesting because Raziel has took a slight, not a gamble. He's playing it very safe by getting these 2 pickups, and if this top pickup doesn't have anything in it, then MrRandomson has actually taken the lead by a lot, and they've got charge jump as well. This is absolutely insane.
This is, oh man! So there's a reason why I'm yelling so much. I know I'm an excitable person in general, but this many skills this early on is going to just be absolutely crazy. We're going to see these runners getting pickups really, really fast, just all over the place. Not only this, but ELO, you brought up this point earlier, backtracking costs time, and that is a huge time sink in whenever you're playing through a randomizer. And these runners are not going to have to backtrack nearly as much as a normal. So they are going to have insanely fast times. I would not be surprised if we saw some sub 40s out of this.
This might even be a sub 30. I would not put it past these 2 runners to be able to do that. Ooh, MrRandomson getting chased down by the Baneling. Didn't make a save in quite a long time because the energy at this moment in time is not going to be nice. They only have 1 save. They can't open any 4 doors, so it's going to be challenging.
Yeah, what are some other pickups, ELO, now that you bring up that really good point that our runners are going to be starved on from just getting all these skills so early?
Yeah, because they've been given absolutely everything on a silver platter, they may not check the any cells that they would normally check, which could have energy and health, which are super handy in just not dying. Dying costs a lot of time if you're not saving.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And also, like, things like keystones and mapstones, right? Because we have this thing known as progressive mapstone turn-in. So every single time they turn in a mapstone, they're actually going to get another unique pickup that's in that item pool of randomization. And so being low on mapstones early, being low on keystones can really hinder their progression throughout the entire random. Wow.
This is literally the first keystone pickup that they have had.
Wow.
To get into a lot of the areas that they will have to go to as a mandatory thing to finish this race.
Yeah, absolutely.
At least 8?
Yeah, so there's the 4 in Ginso Tree, there's the 4 in Sorrow to get to Charge Jump Tree. There's the 2 to get to... Yeah. Yep. 2 for Double Jump, 2 for Stomp, right? So that's 12 so far. What else? Is that 12 keystone?
That's it, yeah.
Yeah. Also, so this is known as limit keys. Limit keys basically takes those 2 unique key items, the Sunstone and the Water Vein, and puts them in very specific locations, such as skill trees and major events. So if they find Water Vein in Sunstone really early on at early and easy to access skill trees, they're not going to have to dig for them. However, major events such as Ginso Escape, such as Forlorn Escape, could have either Sunstone or Water Vein. So it's very, very interesting. They could actually require more of those keystone resources that we were just talking about to get through those locked doors. Oh, man.
This is crazy. I am wondering how much of the map each of them are actually going to cover, knowing that they've got pretty much all of the abilities they need to finish the game. If one of them tries to pick up more than the other one in search of keystones and energy, could set them behind, where the other person could just find them on the way, play the risk, and then essentially get forward and win.
Yeah, and that's a very interesting point. So it looks like now they're starting to get some ability points here. MrRandomson actually had to watch the Racist Dad cutscene over a light grenade tree. So this gave us a little bit of an edge because it's going to take him less time in order to be able to, took him less time to acquire that light grenade tree. But we see both of our players over in Moon Grotto. I really like this decision making from both of them in order to look around. But I wonder if... oh, nope, never mind. We're good. Just kidding. I was not about to ask a question. Just completely forget that happened.
So it does look like MrRandomson is taking more of a scenic route to look at everything that he can. not a lot of people will do the left side of Grotto the way that he did. It's much quicker to go up and to the right than it is to go and see the cutscene of Gumo and everything. Raziel does seem to have taken a slight lead. He's already been to the double jump tree and everything. Oh, wait there. Did he actually go through the door and get that tree? I wasn't watching. I was watching MrRandomson.
It looks like from the trackers, neither player has actually picked up double jump tree for the skill tree. If you guys look down below at the bottom of the screen, you can see a beautiful item tracker developed by Melvin Tarragon, one of the randomizer tournament organizers. And those big circles are the skills that they have acquired. And then outside that perimeter, you see those tiny little spirit tree icons that you would see on a map. And if they're lit up, that means our runners have visited those skill trees.
Thank you, Muffin. And it also seems that because of the low energy, Raziel didn't actually have any energy to skip the rocks, and it did cause him a little bit of trouble getting up there. He took quite a bit of damage. Fortunately, he's skillful enough to dodge most of the rocks, save him from dying, so he didn't lose too much time there.
Yeah, it looks like Raziel is going to be checking the water vein. Let's see what that pickup is. 30 experience. So no sunstone, no... oh my goodness, water vein itself yet. Moon Grotto seems to be striking out so far.
Yep, it does look like the seed is slowing down significantly, which didn't take a lot.
Yeah,
the fact that you're finding everything is just... There's no choice for it but to slow down.
Geez, yeah, the 13-minute Grotto teleport is just so insane. This is so ridiculous. These runners have torn open the seed. So, of course, this randomizer has something known as logic attached to it. This basically means that whenever you start a randomizer, you are almost always certainly guaranteed to be able to finish that randomizer. So because these runners have so many skills early on, this actually opens up the possibility of being able to visit more places in the map. So this, of course, means that important pickups like Bash, or Keystones, etc., could be a little bit harder to find now that the map has been opened up. Extra double jump from the map zone there for Raz. That's going to be a very powerful pickup.
That's a very nice pickup. And oh, wait, he did get a Keystone. So the fact that they do have a lot, it has forced Raziel to backtrack slightly. He got the 2 Keystones he didn't have, so he couldn't have got the double jump free. Now he finally went back to got the second Keystone from a pickup in Upper Grotto, and now he can finally get that tree and be done with Grotto.
Yeah, that's such an interesting point. As we were talking about earlier, our runners seem to be a little bit starved on those primary resources that usually you don't have to worry too much about because you have such limited mobility, but it is the exact opposite case here. Oh, Randomson taking to death on the spikes. Gonna be teleported back, but really not too far. Nice save there from Randomson.
He forgot that. He didn't see that it was experience, so he had to go collect it again, or he just wanted the level up thing.
Yeah, smart choice there from Randomson to take that level up. Gets your health back and a little bit of energy.
It'll be interesting to see if Randomson picks up the same Keystone that Raz does and then decides to go back to the double jump tree or leave it till later.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible because even though our runners are actually in a very similar space on the map, we see Raziel having already collected double jump tree, but Randomson has not yet. So very good point, Yellow. Randomson still has an extra objective on the map, which could cost him a good bit of time to backtrack to. Yeah, see how long he puts that off.
He has just picked up a Keystone, so it'll be interesting to see if he's going up and out or going back down to the double jump tree. Looks like he's going up and out.
All right, there he goes. Both of our combatants heading towards the Thornfelt Swamp teleporter area. With Winds Restored, this is actually really nice because you can just go ahead and glide on up and get those pickups pretty quickly without too much hassle.
I've got a lot of money riding on whether... I don't, but if I did, I would waste all that money for that Bash.
Yeah, there we go.
In Horufield.
Oh my god! Again, just like our seed. Oh man, that
the amount
so
of skills that they have at this moment allows them to go to that area, and I think that's where it will be.
Yeah, double jump, glide, dash. Right? They do have in charge jump. They have every single thing they need in order to go to Horror Fields. You're absolutely right. Oh man, we'll see if one of them actually takes the risk to actually go and check it out. That'd be cool. But you know what, ELO? Something very interesting that I've noticed over the past couple of minutes. Neither of our runners have anything to destroy those blue plants yet until they unlock Charge Dash. So very interesting that they haven't been able to take care to pick up those petrified plants. Once you destroy those, actually do give you a pickup. So those two in Moon Grotto that they left behind, they might actually have to backtrack to.
Very, very true. But unfortunately, because they are going so fast, actually, MrRandomson did just level up so he can do that exact thing that you've just been talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting if he is able to get something from a flower that Raziel is not.
Yeah, there we go. Also, another interesting metric is it looks like Raziel is actually ahead on a mapstone. Of course, it doesn't actually matter where we turn in our mapstones because there has been a recent patch right before the tournament that caused progressive mapstones to take effect. So whenever you turn in a mapstone, regardless of where it is, it will give you the next thing in the sequence. And Raziel looks like he is one ahead of his fellow combatant, which is MrRandomson.
Taking a dash into the spikes there. The problems with dash. You just go too fast.
Yeah, so
I didn't take it.
How do you think about this routing decision from our two runners? One of them spreading to the east to Swamps, which is Randomson, and Raz choosing to go towards Wall Jump Tree. What would you favor in this case?
I would definitely go with Raziel on this. There is a lot of pickups towards the Wall Jump Tree. And you have all of the abilities pretty much to get everything that you'll need, apart from maybe the stuff underwater, and because he doesn't have the planned kill or the grenade, he can't open some of those. But the reward of having the tree itself and all of the pickups, I think, kind of outweighs going to the right side.
Yeah, I think I would agree with you here, because it only costs 2 keystones to open that. It only requires 2 more keystones to get a huge high density of pickups. And our runners seem to be kind of low on those primary resources. It'd be nice, but wow, all those keystone pickups from Randomson would be exactly what he needs.
Randomson just picked up extra double jump, which is a super luxurious pickup right now. This means
yeah.
a lot of things that Bash requires you to do, but without Bash.
Yeah, absolutely. And we see Raz now in that West Glades area with that high density. Let's see what is going to be at the Memorial ELO Keystone.
Don't know what you're talking about.
And it's Hellcell!
Yes. Kind of traded a tree for a tree, so I think Randomson's actually got a bit of a better deal on this. Picked up some better things, in my opinion, that will help him in the later part. And he picked up Sunstone.
Ooh.
Is good. Water Vein would have been better. It would have helped him surpass Raziel a bit more before him catching up. Because you don't really want to go anywhere near Kuro or his mountain until
you know
have to.
An interesting thing too is that they've gotten pretty much every single primary skill that they need. The only thing they're really missing out on is the skill that you mentioned earlier, which is Bash. Bash is going to allow them to get access to Valley very, very easily. But if we look at Raz, he has 8 health right now, and MrRandomson has 6. They have plenty of health in order to get access to that. Oh, MrRandomson taking a death there at the fake flippers area, and he's going to be going back into Swamp to grab some extra pickups.
Yep, and he's grabbed them all, and he is running to the Wall Jump Tree where Raziel has already been. I think they'll be just trading areas right now, so they'll be getting the pickups that each other have, and if one of them has missed a certain pickup that the other has, they could pick up Bash, and it could just give them that edge to get away.
Yeah, and it looks like Raz is now getting those pickups that you mentioned earlier that gave him, that gave MrRandomson a little bit of an edge, which is including extra air dash, which allows you to dash for a second time in the air before you have to land again. So that's pretty nice pickups. I would actually kind of like to see either of our runners to say, you know what, I've gotten these trees, Bash is nice, but I don't need it, and just going for Ultra Defense, or maybe not at all, and just going into Valley, because of course you can get access to Valley only off of a single damage boost, so it'll be interesting to see what our runners decide to do.
Yeah, if anyone's going to do the kind of crazy strats where you just like, I don't need this ability, I know what I have, and I'm just going to do it with the health that I've got, it is Raziel.
Yeah. Yeah,
I would like to take back my statement where I said Raziel had the better decision to go to wall jump, because I think that it's actually worked out for Randomson a lot more being closer to the left side now to going to stomp, so now he has the ability to go to the left side without having to teleport anywhere. And it's just such easy access. He's got all the health that Raziel picked up on this side, as well as the health that he's picked up on the stomp side, so he has plenty, more than he needs to get through the left side.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy seeing both of our runners start to equalize out now that they've gone in either direction. As you mentioned, it's like MrRandomson is going to be backtracking a little bit and going to be heading up to left clades, because he has those keystones. Oh man. But this is it. This is the big moment where we see what our runners decide to do. Do they decide to go for Valley without Bash? Or do they try and dig a little bit more in order to get through? It's like Raz, he's starting to head towards the left side and he's already cleared it out, so this might just mean he's heading up to the teleporter in order to progress through.
What on earth is MrRandomson doing? Is he setting himself up for a Kiju?
Oh, that might be it. This is actually a pretty smart move here from MrRandomson. So he can do a glitch known as key duping, which allows you to put in a certain number of keys into the door, under 4, and then after you die with those keystones in the door, you actually keep them and add them back into your inventory on top of the keystones you originally had. So this allows you to get some extra keystones for free.
It's all well and good, but he doesn't have any keystones.
Oh my goodness, you're right, he doesn't. Water Vein from Raz coming out of the skill tree where you get Charge Flame. That is absolutely huge. We have both of our major keys on the map. Our runners are now in go mode unless they decide to search for Bash.
Which I think Raziel, it's a decision now that he has to make. Does he want to go to Ginso now? Hope that Bash is there. Or is he just going to go left side? Because you have to go to the Thorn Swamp, the Swamp teleporter to go to Horu. So it might be, yeah, it looks like he's going towards the left side. So he'll be on the right side, do Ginso, and then he'll be in the correct area at least.
Oh, the Bash find from Raz right outside of the way to Valley. That is so insane. What a find. Raz is now in go mode. This seed, man. What the heck?
This could be around the 30-minute mark if Raz doesn't make any crazy deaths or stupid moves, and hopefully has the correct amount of keystones. It shouldn't be a problem if he goes to Sunstone first.
Yeah, absolutely. The Sorrow key door right outside of Charge Jump Tree is a very easy place to key dupe, because those spikes deal a ton of damage. In fact, I'm not actually sure whether or not our runners have Ultra Defense. If they don't have Ultra Defense, yeah, that actually works for their benefit, right? Because then it takes less time to key dupe. And of course, the only 2 key doors that they have left to go through, I believe, are Ginso Tree and oh boy, Sorrow. There we go. Yeah.
What is MrRandomson doing? He's already got this free, right?
Oh no, maybe he's backtracking to. He's getting keystones.
Okay, so we see Raz on the left side. He has realized that he's in go mode and is ignoring absolutely everything. He is just darting towards the trees and then going to finish the game.
Yeah, Raz knows he's on pace for an amazing time, and he is going to stop at nothing in order to achieve that. This is a really smart play. Look at that! Perfect! No Ultra Defense. This is going to be easy peasy. Oh man, look at this!
Launching himself into it.
Do you want to talk a little bit about that trick, Yellow, and explain it?
Yeah, so normally to do that sort of thing, you would have a grenade jump. Unfortunately, that would require to have climb, which the runner's done at the moment. So in this case, Raziel jumped up and then charge dashed, but at the same point he saved with a save anywhere, which you see when anyone's skipping a cutscene generally. And once you've reloaded the save that you've just made, actually saves the speed that you were at when you made that save, which was in a charge dash, which is super fast. So when you reload the save, you just get propelled at that speed in that direction that you were traveling.
Yeah, absolutely. And unfortunately, it looks like Randomson is key duping here, not actually checking out oh my goodness, the Charge Flame skill tree, which is where we know Water Vein to be. So if Randomson just knew it was there, he might choose to...
Put the keys back in the door. Sorry.
Okay. Get there. Alright, there we go. He's up to 4 keys now, so let's see if he's going to key dupe some more, or if he's going to choose to move on. Oh, man.
So there is one more free for Raziel to get, and it's not going to be hard at all because he has all of the abilities that he's used to going up here in his normal run. So he should get this, go to I was going to say fall on there, which would be nice. But he's going to go Haru and finish the game within 3 to 4 minutes easily.
Yeah, it looks like Raz only has 3 keystones right now. Getting some information from the truck that tells us that, so he's definitely going to have to key dupe here. I'm guessing he's just going to go ahead and dig out the rest of his keys in this door because it's very, very quick, very easy to die. Yeah, we see Raz doing just that. Very smart play from Raz. I like this a lot.
Yeah, there is one pickup that he missed, which could have been a keystone and saved him a bit of time, but he just thought, nah, I won't waste it. I'll waste a second.
The speedrun.
Speedruns for life. So he does actually need a bunch of keystones for begin, so his final tree after this. I did forget about that, my apologies.
Oh, not at all. I thought you were just saying he has one more key door on the left. I was like, yeah, that's a really good point. So like this is it, right? So now that he has open charge dump key door, he only needs 4 more keys in order to open up the Bash tree up in Ginso tree, and then he's going to be heading to Mount Horu to finish out. Randomson still key duping here. Oh man. He doesn't realize how close he is to go mode. Oh man. Randomson.
Unfortunately, the lack of keys has actually been the fall of Randomson. They were neck and neck for so long. They traded every floor, and it was just so close. And then, unfortunately, because they were giving everything at the start, they didn't pick up a bunch of stuff, which leads for you key duping, which is so time wasting if you don't have any keys to start with, and it's lost him a lot of time. And now Raziel has taken the lead, and it is his game to lose.
Yeah, that's a really good point. I think one of the most tragic things is if Raziel gets overtaken by the spirit of Team Forlorn and decides to head to Forlorn Escape instead of Horu's Escape, because they're 2 very easy areas to actually mess up. And
it is necessary, I would say. To fall on the
Sorry guys, we're memeing. We're all actually on the same doubles team, which is Team Forlorn. So we secretly hoped that these runners would be heading to Forlorn, but it looks like Raz probably going to do the smart play and not do that.
Even though he could. Oh, what? Did that damage him and didn't die?
Wow, that's pretty amazing. I'm guessing he just took damage from the plant shooty thing.
Oh, that quick kill on that mini boss. Delightful.
Yeah, that was pretty beautiful, not gonna lie.
Right, so MrRandomson has just picked up the lovely Water Vein, getting that Charge Flame tree, and he is now in go mode as well. He has keys that he required, and
alright, but is he gonna skip over Bash? Oh no! He's walking past it. Let's see if he turns around and checks these pickups. I'm guessing he's feeling a little bit of a time pressure because he knows his opponent is Raziel. Oh no! Oh, yo,
not
he's
kicking
not
it out.
going for Bash.
does have the health to do this, but it's going to be such a time waste.
Oh yeah, no climb in order to be able to get that initial charge jump to get the easy setup for the damage boost, but he's gonna go for it. Oh man.
The only saving grace in this is, regardless or not, if he were to pick up Bash, Raziel is so far ahead at this point that it probably wouldn't have resulted in a different. So that's one thing you can take away.
You know that, and that's like one of the scariest things about going up against an opponent like Raziel. Like we've been kind of harping on this throughout the entire evening, but Raz is literally that scary of an opponent. Definitely one of the favorites to win the entire tournament. So seeing Raz come out here and do a performance this strong is definitely no surprise. Really well played by Raz.
Let's see if he can door warp. Tournament average is about 2.5.
Yep. I brought down that average with my first match of 7 tries. And Raziel brings the average back down with another first try.
Doing the community a favor.
Yep. Man, I'm just gonna have to fail door warp a ton of times then to get that number a little bit higher. Here we go. Raz entering the final escape. Let's see what he gets at the vanilla warmth return location. And energy regeneration.
Now that means he can do nothing. It won't regen fast enough for him to add another charge dash or anything.
Oh, nice in the yellow color change there from Raz.
That's one thing MrRandomson has been doing throughout this run. I have been very happy.
Yes.
No, MrRandomson.
Oh, MrRandomson, so close. One of the trickiest parts about this damage boosting into Valley business is you actually find yourself really low on energy. So you're going to be saving in order to try and get back health, but you also want it for some rocket jumps using that dash in. Oh yeah, great choice here. Picking up that energy and rocket jumping up. But Raziel, congratulations, going to be taking first place. He is now holding right. Let's see if he realizes how far ahead he is and decides to do some narrow jump optimization. But knowing Raz, he's probably going to be all business.
Yeah, Raziel just wants the fastest time that he can, and can't blame him for it.
No.
Definitely been the seed for it. Ooh, that bird wants to kill MrRandomson at all.
Wow, great job from Randomson making it into Valley. He's going to be heading up to Sorrow Pass with Glide, which is going to make the entire experience a lot more soothing and relaxing.
It will be interesting to see if he remembers to key duplication here, because he is going to have to head to Ginso Tree, which requires him to spend at least 4 of his keystones, and he only currently has enough to get through. Oh yes, he has to go the long way now, because he doesn't have climb.
Yeah! No climb, no bash. Wow.
There is a tricky part to this.
Yeah, there is.
Made pretty trivial by having triple jump and feather. There's a laser that you have to... I don't know if he's going... Yeah, he's going to do the quick way. He'll show you what you have to do. It's not an easy task. Is
this going to be possible?
Oh, he has
because
dash. Yeah.
But he doesn't have bash.
It is possible. It is just the hardest thing in the world, and you end up...
What, really?
It up there.
What? Oh my god.
What? How did he do that so quickly?
Once again, congratulations to Raziel. He's going to be finishing with a time of 34:45. Most certainly probably going to be the fastest time out of this entire series so far in the single elimination bracket, but no surprise, getting all those abilities so early, and Raz just playing that so well. Congratulations, Raz, on your first place win.
And just to show how much Raz is an absolute monster, that's not even a PB.
Wow.
Yeah, he is a machine. Oh no, MrRandomson!
Oh!
That was so close.
Oh! It's alright, he's getting through. Now he's through Sorrow, so Misty is going to be a nice cakewalk. Having Sunstone and having Water Vein, he's only going to have a few more trees in order to get.
Did he not get the teleporter? Is that why he's going this way, or does he just feel that this way is faster?
Oh, yeah, I'm actually not entirely sure either, Yellow. That's
I mean,
very interesting.
there's not a massive time difference in doing this.
Oh my goodness, we're getting word from the truck ELO. He apparently did not stomp the rocks at the top of Valley, deciding
Yeah,
to
I know.
instead go directly up. This is an interesting routing decision from Randoms. I've actually never seen this before.
This means he has to stomp the run. And
Yeah,
he's
there it
remembered,
is.
so that's good. Oh, so that means, yeah, he definitely couldn't have got... I don't know if you can actually get that teleporter without doing the rocks. I think there's a narrow margin where you can just slip by.
Yeah, you can oh, wait.
There's
No,
Kuro
yeah,
eats you if
You
you
can-
go too far.
Yeah, you can zombie Ori, so you have to like rocket jump or something into the cutscene where it pans to the vision, and then you have to like walk over the teleporter. But then you have to find some place to save because you can't actually make a save.
Thank you.
But yeah, we're getting confirmation from the truck that what the routing decision Mr. Randomson actually made was slightly faster in order to enter Sorrow using Winds Restored and Glide, and then skip the teleporter, especially when he doesn't have a skill such as Bash. Thanks, truck. You guys are awesome.
Fortunately, yeah, Mr. Randomson is like so close to leveling up right now, and he has. So this would be very hard, but it kind of makes it trivial because he can just get a quick level up and have full health again.
Yeah, there he goes. He's gonna pick up that experience he left behind. Gonna level up. Full energy, full health for Mr. Randomson. He's gonna be dashing through Misty. No pun intended.
He would be bashing through, but he kind of. I shouldn't joke about that. I know the feel.
That's okay. I think you're a dashing individual in general, Yellow.
Oh, thank you.
No problem. Oh man.
Oh, it's
So
so
can we-
nice to have bash.
Yeah, this is pretty insane too. Like, I mean, all those early pickups that we're talking about, right? Glide, dash, double jump, charge jump, stomp. They had all of these, right? It is just
Yep.
like these skills are the core set that they've been using throughout the entire run. It's just this is why these types of skill seats are just so insanely fast. Like Randomson, this is definitely still a very fast time overall. Like compared to the other runs that we've seen throughout the tournament, they've pretty much all been over 50 minutes so far. So this is absolutely insane.
Where is Randomson going?
So if you remember ELO, he actually decided to not go down to double jump tree. Yeah, so he actually has to backtrack here. Oh man. Oh, but he does realize charge jumping up here is going to be a little bit faster than going through the crushers. Great routing decision from Mr. Random.
Yeah, that lack of keystones in the early game totally screwed him over.
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of bash as well, he would have had enough. As compared to Raziel, who made the very good decision apparently. As soon as he got that done, to go backwards and just kind of make that route happen.
Yeah, and there we go. Picking up double jump tree. This is going to leave Mr. Randomson with one more skill tree before he's going to go to Mount Horu to finish out the run. And actually, it's going to be very difficult for him to finish the final escape without Bash because ELO, he actually does not have climb and grenade, so he cannot grenade jump in that Green Lantern Bash area. It'll be interesting to see what he decides to try and do in order to scale that large vertical distance.
And everyone knows if you have got a grenade jump, you must use it as much as possible everywhere you can.
Yep, as decreed by the Vooligan.
But yeah, with charge jump, this should be relatively easy.
Yeah. It's so amazing because normally in an all-skill speedrun ELO, we see that we only have really like double jump to get through this area, but charge jump and dash just makes this so easy and fun to navigate through. It's one of my favorite parts of the randomizer. Do you actually have like a favorite skill or a certain area that gets completely broken when you get a list of skills, ELO?
It would have to be Fall On.
Oh, yeah.
Not really. I think there's quite a lot of the game where you can just absolutely break it. I love the decision that he's making to not do this casually. To charge dash into it.
What? You can charge dash that projectile?
Yeah, you can charge dash any projectile.
What? Is that faster?
That means.
Oh, good. Yeah, getting past the mini boss. MrRandomson going to pick up his final skill tree in just a moment. He has like 2 more areas and 1 more key door in order to get through, and then he's going to be able to finish this out and head towards the final escape.
The only thing that is more impressive than a C dash projectile reposition is grenade reposition of a projectile, which is stupidly hard to do, but it can be done.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So the grenade has a timed life, and when that timed life is over, it explodes. But the radius of the explosion is actually pretty small, and so you can actually still reject things because it has an explosive radius. But the timing and the radius are so hard to put together. It's really insane.
Can actually totally negotiate the timing feature by just throwing 3 grenades. If 3 grenades are live, the next one you throw will blow up the first one.
That's true, because in the randomizer mod, grenades are actually free to throw, so you can do some pretty crazy stuff with them.
Yeah, whenever I get a grenade, I like to spam grenades wherever I can.
I think we were both doing that, like when I rewatched the replay. But guys, if you have been enjoying this match, look down below. There's a link to the YouTube, or go to the previous broadcasts in the channel. There have been the past runs that have been highlighted for your convenience. So if you missed any of the tournament, don't worry, we got you covered.
Call.
Here we go. ELO, what's your prediction? How many tries for door warp?
Second try.
Second try. Come on, Randomson.
Ruby wrong.
Oh, first try! Wait, has everyone gone first try except for me? Like, what the heck?
No deaths. You have to fail it even more times now.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to up the quota. This average is getting too low. Yeah, you guys are too good at this game. Please.
What method do you use? You have to use the timing method.
Yeah, I use the visual cue and then I start spamming it. But like when my hands are shaking, like I always get really nervous. Oh, but here's the area I was talking about earlier, ELO. What is he gonna do? Taking a damage boost? Oh no!
What you should do is go to the left-hand side. There's a left-hand side where you can stand on, and you can charge jump and C-dash over it.
Yeah, but does MrRandomson know about this area? We're going to find out shortly. Yeah, oh, there he goes!
You have to go even higher than that.
Oh my goodness.
Stand on the higher platforms where you'd normally do the lap. See jump over, and he's got enough jumps to get up there. Like this,
Oh, he
he's
does?
doing it now. And then you
Oh,
can
there he
see-
is.
And then dash, dash, dash.
Oh, thank goodness. I actually didn't know about this, so this has been a great learning experience. MrRandomson schooling.
Too many times I'm stuck.
Oh! Dying in a fiery death.
Sometimes you just try and rush it, so you go to Haru. You don't necessarily have everything that you need, and you slowly realize you can't complete the race.
Yeah, our runners actually do not have clean water, if I remember correctly, either, so MrRandomson is going to need to save up enough health. Oh, is this enough health? Uh-oh.
He's got auto defense, so...
Oh, does he? No, he doesn't!
He has to reload.
Oh, no! Oh,
Oh, no way.
What? Oh, no, he backloaded!
That was the closest load. Unfortunately, Ori is terrible at keeping your previous saves, so sometimes you get sent back so far.
Oh, man. Yes, MrRandomson making a judgment call, needing to backload because he just doesn't have enough health. Oh, man. Bash, Valley entrance. Oh, he was so close to getting it and just skimmed past it.
Jeez.
Oh, man.
And that is the cruelty of the randomizer.
Yeah, because when you play against a randomizer, you're not actually playing against your opponent. You're just like allowed to experience pain, and then the randomizer decides how long you have that. But MrRandomson picking up Ultra Defense now. This reduces the amount of damage you take. So 2 takes of water are going to have to take place in order to equalize how much damage the 1 tick originally did. So he's going to be taking half damage from water. Excellent choice from MrRandomson. Is going to allow him to get through the final escape a little bit easier.
He's also going to have to battle the fish.
Oh no! I'm really glad that
been our friends, but now they are MrRandomson's enemy.
Yeah, his arch nemesis. This is like one reason why I'm really glad the fish flying mod hasn't taken place, because then in Forlorn we don't have to worry about fish yet. But
very true.
Yeah, I don't know.
Ice fish.
I wake up in cold sweats thinking about the ice fish. Like, imagine Forlorn escape with just like fish flying around everywhere. That would be terrifying. Here we go, MrRandomson. Door warp second time. Is he going to get it first try? Here we go. Oh my god!
He is a machine.
What a man.
Does that mean that counts as 2 first tries on 1 run?
Yeah, reducing the average even more, putting me to shame.
He's just trying to spite you here, Muffin.
Yep.
Showing you how it's done.
Yep.
Right, let's see if we have the health to get through the escape now.
Yeah, here we go. Fully healing back up to 8 at the start of that major event. MrRandomson going to be traveling through, stomping through that block. Here we go. Here is the charge jump puzzle that I learned that you actually can do. And...
he dashed the wrong way! But he's got triple jump and wall jump. Good save here. That was a brilliant save.
Yeah, very impressive save there from Randomson.
Oh, he's dead! He's so dead.
Taking 2 ticks of damage there is too much. He's going to have to only take 1 tick, and then he's going to be able to survive with poison water.
He stood still there. It looks like he stopped taking damage.
Yeah.
Very strange.
He actually did. I think it takes a little bit of time for the fire to catch up to that point, even though the graphic is going. Oh no!
Oh, jeez.
Wow, brutal. Dude, final escape without bash is so insanely difficult, especially when you are so starved on resources such as health as well as climb and grenade. So difficult.
He will make it. He has the persistence.
Yeah, this is just like showing off how relentless
that's
and
his
impressive.
mistake.
Yeah.
Keeps on trying to charge jump a little bit too early. He should take the 2 ticks of damage, then charge jump, because he's trying to charge jump away from the 2nd tick. Instead of doing that, he gets caught by the 3rd tick, and it keeps him down and then eventually kills him.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So
He's learning from his mistake.
Oh, here we go. 5 health, nice. And he gets up there.
Now stay away from the fire. Stay away from the fish.
All right, here's the next obstacle. It is the fish. Oh, he takes 1 hit. Oh, he takes 2 hits. No, MrRandomson. No.
The fish are your worst enemies. No.
Oh, the fire fish of Forest strike again. Oh my goodness.
Revenge of the fish.
Episode 3. Oh man, I'm gonna start calling that Revenge of the Fish from now on.
Revenge of the fish.
Yeah, here we go.
Right, will the fish? Ooh, he took a damage.
Oh,
he can't take another.
He did it. He got past the 2nd hit.
He spawned girl. No. Damn it, MrRandomson.
No.
Please.
Great balls of fire.
Goodness gracious.
Oh man. Great.
15th try is a charm.
See, we might be laughing right now, guys, but it's really because we're crying on the inside, because we had this happen to us as well. But this is what makes randomizers really, really difficult, but also just so impressive. That if you think this is the only hard trick that can happen in a randomizer, being starved on skills creates so many of these situations. But it just so happens that MrRandomizer is getting punished by using one of the most vital skills to making the game easy, and that's bash.
The randomizer, interesting.
Oh, is that what I call it? Whoops. Oh no, Revenge of the Fish!
No! Episode 3!
Episode 3!
New name of the area.
Yep. We did it. We made a meme.
He does that. on. Let's do this.
Man, dude, this is also something so impressive about MrRandomson is that we saw him dying a lot to that fire area, and now he's established his rhythm, and he's able to get through there with consistency.
No.
Oh no, Revenge of the Fish again! Oh, he almost made it! Oh my god, that was so close!
We need the second sequel. We need Ori Strikes Back.
Yeah, we need a new hope.
Oh god. We can finish this.
Yeah, we can do it. I mean, this is also why I think this is why we need to event the what was I calling it? Like Forlorn Escape percent or something like that. So instead of doing the Mount Horu escape, you have to finish with going to Forlorn Escape instead. I think that would be so sick.
Yeah, and you have to do it without.
Oh my god! So the prequel to this, submitted by the truck. We're getting word from the
yes,
truck.
he's made it past 1 fish.
Oh,
past 2 fish.
Oh, they're both chasing him.
Don't spawn Kuro. Yes, he didn't spawn Kuro. Can he dodge the big balls of?
Oh
he
yeah,
can't
can
do
you
the
get
jumps.
up here? Oh no!
Jumps. Charge
Oh,
jump.
get up! Get up!
Get up, Isaacs.
Charge jump!
Oh, he's not doing
Yeah,
it.
GG!
Enough climb, so yeah.
Effing right, MrRandomson. MrRandomson
Did it.
finishing right. Congratulations to him.
We did
This
it.
was such a difficult trial at the end.
That was amazing.
That being said, one final thing I do want to bring up about memes is that we're getting word from the truck that the prequel to Revenge of the Fish is Ori Strikes Bash.
Oh god. That's very fitting of this seed as well.
Yeah. Oh man. So MrRandomson first going through Ori Strikes Bash, which I'm guessing is getting to Valley without Bash, and having to go get through Revenge of the Fish in order to have a new hope.
When the bird dies. Surely it's a new hope when Junior cracks out of the egg. It all comes together now.
Yeah! This is why we need Forlorn Escape, man. Oh, man.
Anyway,
what an impressive performance. Dude, MrRandomson was so close to Raz for so long, and just a couple of unfortunate deaths, and then missing Bash and P-duping a bunch in left plates left him a little bit behind, and Raz was able to run away with this. But also, what an impressive performance coming out of Raz. Getting a 34.45, and MrRandomson finishing with a great time of 54.09 GD. Oh my goodness.
Both runners, that was amazing.
Yeah.
Pleasure to watch and a pleasure to commentate.
Yeah, this was so much fun. At that beginning of this seed though, oh my goodness, was just so absolutely insane.
Imagine just picking up one after another, you'd be losing your.
Yeah, I would be freaking out, like already being so nervous. But oh my goodness, Elo. That being said, it looks like it's time for our patented winners interview. So joining us is none other than Raziel himself. Raz, how you doing, man? Congratulations on the win. Raziel, can you hear me? Looks like
stunned from that seed, he cannot speak.
Yep.
Hey guys, what's
Hey
up?
Raz. Yo, welcome, man. Congratulations on your win.
I'm hearing
How
you with
feeling?
a little bit of lag.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Technical difficulties.
Yep.
Bear with us.
Having some minor tech issues, guys. Don't worry about it. We will go ahead and get to that interview in a moment. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but here we go. We have the bracket back up. So, of course, Raziel finishing in first place here in this one-on-one single elimination match. He's going to be moving on to the quarterfinals and going to be facing off either against Rory Rai or Oshi.
Alright, I should be good.
In the round of 6. Great. Hey, Raz. Dude, congratulations on the win. How you feeling, man?
Yo, thanks. This seed was too fast, to be honest. I was losing at this point.
Can't imagine what you were thinking at the start of the game when you just picked up one thing after another after another.
Yeah, so talk us through it, Raz. Like getting Dash second pickup, and then were you expecting to get the rest of those like one after another?
it was so insane. I was just, I mean, I think after like the dash tree, I was just thinking, okay, what do I still need to be in go mode? Because I mean, we got glide and wind restore, so Sorrow was kind of free, and basically we got stomped really quickly as well.
Yeah.
Then I even got double jump at the second or third mapstone. Was insane.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. And of course, this caused an interesting situation where you guys were actually kind of starved on keystones. What was your plan sort of going into that or were you trying to like check spots that you don't normally check to scour for extra primary resources? Or were you still sort of sticking with the normal plan of just trying to rush out skill trees in that exchange?
Well, after I got down into Grotto, I just thought, okay, I'll just go into to the trees and grab the immediate pickups that are nearby for keys and maybe to get bash. But then I forgot that I only had one key, so I couldn't actually go to the double jump tree.
Oh yeah.
But then, okay, I got a few more keys and I opened some teleporters, and I got those trees, including Stump Tree and Sunstone there. And then because I got Charge Dash, I thought, okay, let me go to the Charge Flame tree. And after that, I thought, because I got Water Vein there, and I thought, okay, I'm just going to Ginsu because Bash needs to be on the right side. And I actually thought, okay, the logic of this seed wants me to go to Ginsu, and maybe Bash is there. And I thought, okay, I'm just going to grab the teleporter because then I need to go to Valley so I can just get the teleporter. And I thought, okay, since I'm here, I'm getting the 3 pickups on the left side, and I got Bash. I was so lucky. I was really lucky.
Yeah,
wow,
that was a big changing factor in the race. Actually, you were close up to that point. There was a little bit of discrepancy when you actually went back to double jump, but that Bash pickup was insane. MrRandomson actually went straight past it, trying to go quickly to the valley because he had a little bit of trouble with the lack of keystones. So he spent quite a lot of time trying to duplicate them just in the left side of Glades.
Yeah.
Like, I have to rush now. I know Raziel will be in front of me. And he just went straight past the Bash tree. So everything else was kind of just so much slower than what you had because you had the ability to bash.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Raz, like going off of that, how did you feel? Like, did you feel like you're ever ahead or behind? Were you just trying to not think about that at all?
I thought so. If you remember, I dropped down in BRB.
Mm-hmm.
So I spent some time there, and I thought, okay, this city is giving us everything straight away. So I'm for sure behind. Then I made the mistake also on going to the double jump tree.
Yeah.
So until I got Bash, I thought that I was a little bit behind. Maybe not too much, but a little bit behind. When I got Bash, I thought, okay, this is my opportunity, because it was really lucky. It wasn't in a place where we would usually go. I was really lucky to get it. So,
wow.
And then after that, I just thought I had 2 keys, I think, and I just thought, okay, I'm doing Misty. Maybe I'll find some keys. Otherwise, I'll just sit. I'm in go mode.
Wow, that's pretty incredible. Elo, do you have a closing out question before I ask mine?
It was everything that you could ask for in the seed, pretty much. But is there anything that you was particularly bad about the seed? Is there anything that kind of ran you and you could have went for if you got?
Well, I don't know. I think the seed was went pretty well. I actually at some point I forgot that I still needed to do Glades because we went immediately to the right. I think this seed had, because it was very fast and very different from let's say a normal seed. It made me think really a lot about where should I go, what is the right call. But it was a really funny seed, in fact.
Yeah, it was a delight to watch. It was insane.
Yeah, absolutely. And Raz, one more question for you. I know you have a lot of experience speedrunning Ori and the Blind Forest and have visited many, many areas across the map. Do you have a favorite dungeon or maybe a favorite escape that you like most about this speedrun?
No pressure.
Why is it Forlorn?
Come on, guys. Forlorn sucks. Please.
Oh, get out of here.
Oh,
Where's Mr. Randomson?
yo, we'll see you in the doubles final, all right?
All right.
Raz, dude, thanks so much for joining us. Congratulations on your win. I cannot wait to see what you bring to the rest of the tournament, and good luck in the quarterfinals for the singles.
Thanks, guys.
Good job.
Awesome. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight, guys. ELO, thank you so much for joining me on commentary. Shout outs to the truck and the rest of the crew. Tomorrow, the action continues. We have another match, which is going to be Meldon versus Fluffy, starting at 6 p.m. Eastern. And is going to be a singles in the round of 16. See you guys then.
See you later.